We got, where's Stevie? Stevie's over there. I see she's on. She'll be coming on. All right, so let's Bring the Neat 2 started back on up, everybody. Yay, glad you're here. Glad we're doing this. Big round of applause for all the speakers. And let's hop right on into it. So the first hour was great. We had a lot of great information. Of course, the replay will be up, and I just want to remind everybody, all the speakers that are here today, everybody has a PDF handout and a great value on a product that they offer. You get more in touch, get information. They have tons of free information. They all have websites. I mean, we're all real people over here doing what we do best, and that's working in the field of organization. And also, hopefully, you guys will be able to check out, although it's not on my lower third, but you'll be able to check out my company as well. It's rapidgiftbag.com, and I make the best gift wrap storage organizer on the planet. So check it out. All right. So let's get on over to Stevie. Can you hear us over there? You got yourself on mute.
Hi.
And here she comes, Stevie Wilson, everybody, la-story.com.
Thanks, Adam. This is great to be here.
All right. Now, we got you on the audio. We don't see your video. Is your camera on? I just want to double check with you.
My camera is on. It was working just fine when I did a test with John earlier in the week, and of course, it's not working today.
All right. Well, this is the way that things happen, but most importantly, Stevie, just like last time, we have your audio available, and everybody is curious about your information. And as lovely as you are, we'll have to just get a big picture of you up on the site when we're done. So,
I'll get a new picture.
Stevie, why don't you take it away, and thanks for joining us. You're on the West Coast in California, so it's early for you, so we extra appreciate you being here. And let's rock and roll. Stevie, take it away.
Okay, yeah, rock and roll, that's what LA is all about. And when we're talking about summer and spring and all and what you want to do in terms of getting your shopping gear going, now's the time to be thinking after you've already done some of these all the organization that you've done in terms of cleaning out your closets and seeing what you do need and what you don't need. So the best thing is to start thinking about what you do need and making a list and start looking at the different places that you want to go shopping. And the thing is to get you the best bargains. A lot of department stores are already clearing out spring things. If you're looking for things like for a kid that is going off to camp, you might want to be looking at those kinds of things now because they're on markdown, as well as also somebody who's going to be going to prom. Well, while you wouldn't be necessarily buying a tux for somebody, you will be buying prom dresses and those kinds of accessories. Shoes are always necessary. The accessories, like whether it's cufflinks or jewelry, those are things that can be bought now, and you can get it at a really ridiculously great price. If you also look at other websites besides the big box stores, in big box stores you actually have to do a lot of comparison shopping there because it's not always the cheapest or most cost-effective way of doing this. So the best way of handling this is to start looking online and do comparison shoppings there. Also on your mobile, have comparison apps so you can actually Google up or search through your apps and look at it and have a way to get comparison prices so you know exactly where, and save yourself some time, where to be shopping. So I have found some new things in terms of if you're looking for fashions or home decor and things like that, are things like Tradesies and Poshmark, fashions that are like a Pinterest kind of ambience, but where you're able to comparison shop and find the sizes and colors at seriously great discounts. And these are brand new or gently used items. And there's a whole slew of things that will be on my blog that I'll list in terms of this webinar of places that you should go shopping. The interesting part here is that if you're looking at places like TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Ross, all those places, those are great places to try as well because you can keep shopping there every couple of weeks to see about bargain prices because they start marking things down very rapidly. So you're getting markdowns upon markdowns. So if you're looking at that, that's a great idea. If you're looking for home decor, I would suggest checking any of the outlets, stores, and if you have any clearance sales, now's the time to be buying things like for wedding gifts and things like that. Do definitely check out registration for people who are getting married to see what it is they need, or babies are coming, for the things that moms need there. Recycling things is the word today. It's the hot word, so that you don't have to necessarily downsize. You don't have to spend full price, but you can actually help the mom or the bride get what it is they want or need, and make sure that they all have the way of being able to get the best buy on your, shopping dollar.
Right.
Other than that, we're pretty much looking at just what's the best way for you to get your own fashions and be happy with, like Easter. And I would tell you this, if you're looking at Easter and some of these things that are truly time-sensitive holidays, don't buy candy. Don't buy candy. You don't need to buy candy. Kids are going to get tons of candy as it is from other people. But why not give books? Why not give pencils and other things that they can use, and little gadgets, fun things?
Yeah,
go to dollar stores or other things like that to be able to buy things that are necessary, and usually they can use like earbuds that are like $2 a piece. I can't remember one kid that hasn't lost multiple sets of earbuds, or they died. So the thing is that you can actually give them those, and those are great things to give. So other than that, I think pretty much if you've got the ability to shop online, check out all the sales, keep on top of things, discount coupons, or if you have a group that you're part of on Facebook, ask people if they've got any coupons or other things to help you get a better deal on purchasing, whether it's beauty products or it's fashion.
Right. And it's interesting that you say that. Like now, like stores, they have their spring stuff on clearance already.
Right.
And like spring just got here this week as far as I'm concerned. Like 2 weeks ago it was still freezing. So it boggles my mind how the shopping seasons, at least in the retail level, have changed so much in the past couple of years. Everything seems to be so ahead of itself. And then it gets crazy because now you have the choice of buying the end of spring and you're buying the beginning of the summer. So it's kind of good. Stevie, one of the things I wanted to ask you also on our pre-chat, we were talking about like shopping for, you had mentioned kids and buying stuff for the summer, but what about things like kids camps? When is the best time to shop for that, for like summer programs for your children?
Actually, start now. Your best way is because if you can get things that are on spring discount, and spring discount includes t-shirts, shorts, tennis shoes, things like that. Even luggage, for God's sake. You never know. Maybe your kid needs a larger duffel because they're much larger. They've grown a lot, so they need more stuff to be able to, a larger bag to take things in. A lot of times kids, the things that they have from last year just don't suit and don't work. And you may have another kid so you can actually use it there. So you just step it down a notch. But now's the time to actually go start shopping there. Get the list from the different camps. See what equipment you might need. You might want to start watching for sales on things like sports equipment. If you're sending your kid to a tennis camp or a golf camp or something like that, just start looking and start trying to buy things on discount. And look for different places in your greater area, and maybe partner up with another mom who might be going to that kind of same camp, or who wants to go get some bargain gear, whether it's tennis or golf or swimming gear or things like that, because if you've got an avid swimmer, they'll go through a lot of stuff because it deteriorates in chlorine. So the best bet is to keep looking for it, and also check out second-hand stores, particularly when it comes to sports gear.
Right. That's really important. I know actually when I was growing up there was a really good I'm sorry, John, go ahead, buddy.
I was going to say, Ann just asked Stevie in the chat, I don't know if you noticed it, if there was an app that she recommends for coupons.
More than one, probably 3 or 4, and actually I will be putting, I'll make that a note on my list of to-do things for this, because I don't have a handout. For me, it's like, thank you, Ann, for asking that question, because actually that's something, that should be one of my takeaways for next time, is to give you the list of apps that you should be using and the sites that I would recommend checking out, because I was really surprised in shopping for my daughter for Christmas and for her birthday, which she just had a birthday last week. We started shopping for things that she wanted, and she would find that one place would sell out of it in a store, but things like Poshmark and Tradesy and other spots that are just really cool places that you can buy things for like 1/3 the price of retail, which is really a great deal. And if it was only worn a couple of times, I think that's a great idea.
Sure, and 1/3 off the price, I'll probably buy anything, even if I don't need it. If I 1/3 of the price, that's like 70% off. That's great. So that's really good. And actually, I was thinking about, as you say it, with buying the kids swimsuits because they deteriorate with the chlorine. Not only can I imagine, because this just happened to us last summer, we got my daughter some swimsuits right at the beginning of the season. We're fortunate enough that my family has a pool. I should say my parents have a pool, and they live locally, so we go over there a lot during the summer. And by the end of the summer, like, her bathing suit was so tight on her, the color, it was like a rainbow pinky type of bathing suit, and it looked like a cloudy day as opposed to a rainbow at the end. And she really outgrew it before the season was over. I mean, she's only like 5 now, so they grow so fast. So it's a great little thing. And then the clearance, it's all good stuff. And as far as like planning trips and vacationing, we also spoke about that a little bit on the pre-chat.
Yes.
Like, now is the best time to shop for vacations when?
You should be starting to check your prices now. If you're looking to book airlines, you're looking at probably booking out July and August, because you've got to do it as soon as possible, because for airlines, it's the ability to buy bargain, unless you're able to go last minute. If you're able to go last minute, you can go almost any place and get a really bargain price. If you're trying the airlines websites and things like Priceline and all the others, Travel Zoo and things like that, you can get some great deals. But if you're looking at booking out things for specific locations that you want to go, say you want to go to Hawaii, or you want to go to Maine, or you want to go to Canada, those are places, or even, if you're looking to go to Europe, start looking and start shopping online. Talk to a travel agent, actually. If you can afford to travel like that, you should really look at your travel agent, who is actually a very helpful person, who can get you the best prices, give you the kind of hotel that you want, give you some options to be able to weigh the difference in terms of prices. It'll save you a lot of time. If you do have time to be able to do the shopping yourself, then go online and start looking at the different prices and looking at the different hotels, and narrow your choices down. So if you do need to check a travel agent, you can make it fast, quick, and so you can jump on it as soon as possible. I know that travel insurance may seem like it's an oxymoron, but having personally had a couple of situations where we actually had to cancel because of illness, it actually makes a huge difference to have it. So if something goes wrong in terms of, you take a cruise and you find that the weather is really bad and people are getting sick and throwing up all over the place in your family, your best bet is to get off that cruise or spend a lot of time on land.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
It doesn't make it fun when your kid is sitting there in the bathroom all the time going, "Mom, what am I supposed to do? I can't do anything."
Oh, kids when they're sick, there's nothing worse than that.
Right.
Actually, I'm glad you mentioned travel agent, because fortunately with business, sometimes I have to do some traveling, and although I get away from my family and I miss them tremendously, I still have to go away and do some stuff for work. And it's so crazy because there's so many different travel sites out there, between your Priceline and your Orbitz and this, that, the other thing, and not all of those sites carry all the different carriers. So I had to book a trip out I'm going to the NAPO convention, the National Association of Professional Organizers, in Arizona in May. And it was too confusing. I was in like the $700 range for a ticket. I couldn't figure out how to get anything less expensive. And I called the travel agent, and they were very inexpensive to use. They charged me a small percentage of what the ticket cost me. And they ended up getting me a ticket for around $370 round trip.
Such a deal.
Such a deal. Really I almost bought 2 tickets.
You should have. I mean, really, the thing is that when you can talk to somebody who can actually streamline the whole process, and to boot, could have probably gotten you a great hotel room too, bargain. Right. And then make it the whole package so that you have air and land, boom, done, and with so little, effort on your part, they make it so much easier. The stress part of shopping online can be mind-boggling.
Well, you hit the nail right on the head, because it was the stress part. Because I was stressed out. I spent like 25 minutes. I'm not a professional travel arrangement booker person, and what I did was I essentially went to a professional organizer of travel, and that's what they do. They read the language, they have the websites, they know what they're looking at, and they're there to do the best deal that you can for them, so you work with them again, and it was worth every penny I spent. It literally cost me like $45, and it took her maybe 12 minutes from start to finish. and it was so worth it. So listen, Stevie, always great to hear from you. Wonderful tips, and everybody shops, so I'm sure that everybody is sitting there nodding their head, going, yeah, now is a good time to look for the bargains. So
absolutely.
I thank you so much. I'm so sorry that your
video
didn't come across, but we see your pretty face in the picture, and your information was dynamite. So a little round of applause, Stevie Wilson. Oh, and of course, check out Stevie Wilson. All her links will be in the videos below, and everything will be tagged up. And check her out. She's awesome, and she's all over the LA scene. So thank you, Stevie.
Thanks, guys.
Wrap It, the world's greatest gift wrap organizer. www.wrapitgiftbag.com